For all you animators out there, or those who want to try out the software for this event, head over to Reallusion's website where you can click on the products and you go to Cartoon Animator. From there, you will be directed to its main page where they have all the information for this particular product. You want to go ahead and get the free trial here. Choose your system, and you can use this trial for up to 30 days. Once you have gotten this all downloaded, you'll want to open up the program. You'll see this window up where it will guide you to your training resources, your product demo, and more content for you to explore for this demo. I'm going to close out of this for the time being. So on your right side here, you'll have access to your projects, your actors, which is the different character models that is already provided with your initial logging into the program. These are the different samples. You'll have different animations that you can apply to the piece that you are working with, and you have the different scenes and things that you can work with. It already comes with a lot of tools that you can use for your project for this. Now, this is compatible with a variety of software such as Krita, which is another free software to use that's very similar to Photoshop. It is compatible with Photoshop. I believe it's compatible with GIMP and a few other things that can support a PSD. But to get started with the animation, you want to go over here to Actors, choose which character you will be using. I am just going to be using Martha here to start out with. Once you have loaded that into your placement here, you can click on the side here to make your character bigger if you want it, if you want them closer to the screen or if you want them farther away. You can also adjust where your view is for the scene of your camera by clicking this little icon at the top, which allows you to move it forward or backward, or if you want to move a specific it to a specific side if you're working with a bigger scene when you're importing in a background. So you'll be able to move things around like so, and you can go into props here, and we'll just choose living room and drop in the living room background for us to use. Now that we have this kind of stage here, you'll want to go over to animation, and you have all sorts of different motions to have imported and drop on to your character to work with. So we got scared here. I really don't want to. Which even comes for the performance, even has some voice acting over it. Or if you just want the motion, you can go over to here. Let's go with front. We have our motions already built into here that you can easily drop on to your character. This allows the character to move around and to have various different expressions. So you can either use these, or you can click on the character and go over to the sidebar here, and you're going to want to click the key motion editor, which will pop up this screen, and that will allow you to adjust the character. I'm adjusting the center here, but if I wanted the to move the character's hand, we can move the character's hand, and you can move it here. And you can have that animate as you move along. So it gives you some things to kind of play with there. To access the timeline for creating motion for your character, you'll want to come down to the bottom here where you'll see this symbol. And this symbol will pop up the motion to work with, and you can see we already have a little bit of motion going on here. So if you click on motion, you can see where the different the motions that I dropped in for the character is. And if you wanted to go in and specifically edit a place, that this is where it would be a place to edit the motion for this character. On top of what I already have. If you wanted to go into more depth with this, you can see that it's broken up into, if I had transformed to the character, any point in my timeline here, make them look like they're getting closer to the screen. Sorry, I forgot to select the character. If I wanted the character to look like they were getting closer to the screen at any time, I can put the transform in there, and you can see that the character starts out here and then gets bigger going through from there. You can also adjust how long you want the clip here. So on the timeline, you'll see that you'll move the flag here, and then you can manually adjust it from here where this line is. So I'm adjusting the first part, and then the second part. Let's see, let me move it a little bit closer in so I can see where it is. There it is. So you can edit it from there, moving it back and forth. And as you can see, it moves here, and it also moves over here. And if you, let's say you wanted character to move from point A to point B, you'll want to select your character, and then you'll want to move them. Yes, there is some walk cycles that you can choose from the animations that are already here. So we have our character starting here. I'll move a few frames in the timeline here. And I'll move the character over here. So now when I play it back, now when I play it back, the character slides from one position to another. If you, let's say you wanted to edit a feature of the character, you'll want to go over here. For now, we're just going to click continue. You're going to go over here. And let's say I wanted to do something about her torso, like maybe give her an outfit, make it look a little different. So you can, in the pipeline version, you can open it up as a PSD with your chosen PSD editor. Mine just happens to be Krita, and we're going to launch it in Krita. In this case, I think I chose the full body version of this, and it'll take me from my model that I have chosen into my chosen PSD editor. You can see it's the full body, and I forgot to specifically just choose the torso to work with. And then I will be able to make any kind of edits I want. Let's say I said I wanted to edit her torso. So, all right. So found where her hip is, just to make sure. You can see that it's all selected here. So any kind of changes I make on the hip file will be saved and updated to Cartoon Animator. So her outfit look a little green. So there we go. We back out. We have her looking green there. Let's go ahead and do her bottom. Now we've saved this, and then we click over back to this, and you can see that it has changed her color for her outfit, and this also works if you make any kind of markings on the character as well. Now that we've made our edits, it'll just disconnect from that, and that's okay. And it will go back into here. If you want to record over a voice of the character, her a little smaller so you can see her body a little bit better. And then we're at the beginning of the timeline. You go over to here where it says create script. So you can either import a WAV file with the script already made, or you can record a voice directly into the program. And since the preloaded characters already have a lot of lip sync going on with them, you can record directly with them without having to worry about lip syncing. It has an auto lip sync function. Are you ready to fight? Are you ready to fight? Once we have the audio recorded, we need to fix the expressions to fit it a little bit better. Alright, we have our character here. So I go over to my face editor, my key face editor over here, and you'll see that you have a variety of emotions to choose from. I'm going to choose angry, and we're going to go with one of the really angrier faces. Are you ready to fight? Once you have the clip set up how you want it, you want to go up to render here, render your video. We will be rendering ours as an MP4, export it, and for the export, you are going to put your name or your team's name. So in this case, it's going to be Josephine _ VO Battle 2020, and then you save your file. Once your file has been saved, you want to upload it to the Google Doc the Google Doc folder that we will be providing a link to for everyone. And there you go. That is the basics of how to work this program. And there you go. There's the basics of how to work this program. If you have any questions, we'll be here to help you. And Reallusion has a ton of helpful tutorials on their website to give you